You look lonely. I can fix that. You look like a good job.
Ready? Go. 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 Oi, 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 oi. More energy, more energy, more power. Oi. Bloody hell, mate. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, mind up. Oi, yeah. More energy, more power. Oi, oi, that was mad. More passion. Let me see that footwork. Footwork. Give it to them. Give it to them. Give it to them. More passion. More energy. More passion. More energy. More energy.
Well, and this is
more energy. Oi, oi,
you know,
oi,
this is
oi, oi.
where the good times happen.
I don't know, whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but
Okay.
yeah, I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay. Ready? Sure.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out.
Sting is going to do, it's a video, Sting video.
What is
for credits?
I don't know what that means, to play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a... I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on! Ah! Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
We obviously didn't communicate clearly. We're here to discuss your surrender, not mine.
Tú eres tan romántico molestando con una vipa. Me preguntas si te quiero, yo te digo que no estoy lista y no quiero comenzar. No hay nada que pensar, yo te dejaré atrás. Mientras gano más y más, no estás en mi nivel y tú no eres obligación. No estás motivada y tú aburres mi corazón. Eres un idiota sin inteligencia y razón. Entonces déjame tranquila mientras escriba tu canción. Tú eres tan romántico molestando con una vipa. Me preguntas si te quiero, yo te digo que no estoy lista y no quiero comenzar. No hay nada que pensar, yo te dejaré atrás. Mientras gano más y más, no estás en mi nivel y tú no eres obligación. No estás motivado corazón. Eres un idiota sin inteligencia y razón. Entonces déjame tranquila mientras escriba tu canción. Estoy aquí a disfrutar. Estoy aquí pero quiero gozar. Si quieres a mí pero vamos a bailar. Cintura a cintura, papi, tra, tra, tra. Bailando, gozando y me gusta tomar. Pero no quiero pendejos que no quieren respetar. Déjame pendejo, papi, ya no más. Déjame pendejo, papi, ya no más. Estoy aquí a disfrutar. Estoy aquí pero quiero gozar. Si quieres a mí pero vamos a bailar. Cintura a cintura, papi, tra, tra, tra. Bailando, gozando y me gusta tomar. Pero no quiero pendejos que no quieren respetar. Déjame pendejo, papi, ya no más. Déjame pendejo, papi, ya no más.
What is up, everybody? It is your boy Lou Martinez, aka at Big Chief Burrito, live with you on a Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah. We're back.
MiGenteShow, live and direct, live and alive, back for the very first time in 2025.
Oh my God. We missed New Year's.
I miss New Year's. I mean, we missed a lot of things.
Yeah.
We're live all over the world. We're live in Facebook.com/MiGenteShow, YouTube.com/Burrito, Twitch.tv/MiGenteShow, Instagram at MiGenteShow, a bunch of other places. We're live and alive. We're over on Instagram. Higgy joining us on IG. What's up, Higster? As we dabble in podcasting, news, and culture from a Latino perspective. We're live. We're back. We have a lot of stuff to catch up today. We have Keith and Jones from Kid Comics stopping by to talk about the event happening this weekend at the World Beat Center, Black Comics Day. A lot of people complain about San Diego being expensive. How about a free event for where you can support local indie comic book artists from all over the U.S.? You know, hosted and created by local indie comic book artists in San Diego. How about that?
That sounds great.
This whole weekend at the World Beat Center, Balboa Park. He'll come on and talk about that for a little bit. Let's jump into some personal news real quick. Sophia, anything happened with you in the last 2 months?
Nothing. 2 months? Nothing.
What was the last time you was like? It was an Ezra's pod, and that was like early December, I want to say. But
yeah, because I think we still had like a New Year's pod.
We still had a plan. We had a plan.
We had a plan, and then
episode.
Nothing. Yeah, it all fell through. Nothing happened.
Life finds a way.
Yeah, it really did. I don't know. It feels like it's been weirdly not a lot of time that passed, but also a whole year. January felt like a year. Yeah, no, it's I can't even put it concisely. I don't know, just life events, work stuff, health things, and family stuff, and it's all been fine. We're all alive and happy and healthy.
Contrary to popular belief, we did not go into a deep dark hole because Kamala lost. We
did.
we didn't. It was not.
May have played a part into it.
We did our copium. And then we're like, hey, we get the president that we deserve. The American populace is very, very stupid. And we get the president that we deserve, honestly, I think. So
we did do a pod after the election.
Yeah, that was the one with like the resistance, all that good shit.
Not after the inauguration, though, which was insane. What did you celebrate? Did you do anything?
Did I celebrate the inauguration?
Yeah. What'd you do?
I was there, man, protesting. You know, at least the January 6ers got pardoned, all of them, even the ones that maced and beat up cops. Listen, I mean, we're not gonna. I'm sure I want to talk a little bit about Gaza and immigration a little bit later in the show. Those are the two main topics that I am do have some notes on about what's been happening, but we really can't really jump into all the shit that's been happening with Trump. But if we could sort of
so much every day.
If I could paraphrase it in 1 minute, it would be Trump wins the election, says he's going to lower egg prices and everything on day one. He's going to end all the wars, starts a tariff war with Mexico, Canada, Colombia, and China. Backs down on the tariff war when Canada and Mexico decide to give them stuff that they had already agreed to like years earlier, so that Trump can book a win. Trump starts the immigration dragnets. There's Nazis in Ohio on top of a bridge. Elon Musk becomes de facto president, starts Doge, starts looking at everything all over the place to try to find corruption, which, hey, listen, broken clock is right twice a day. USID, I'm not really that sad about it because it is something that the CIA and a lot of dark cover U.S. operatives use to fund money to destabilize governments, shit like that. USAID is not necessarily the best place. That's why a lot of politicians are pissed off. Notice that the politicians are not mad or protesting about immigration or tariffs or anything there. But as soon as USID got touched, they were like, ugh, you know. So even though they are doing a lot of fucked up shit, once in a while they're gonna find corruption. The funny part is that Democrats and Republicans are equally corrupt. They both take a lot of money. They both have slush funds. They both have the money faucet. So a lot of this is like, God, they're fucking dismantling like the checks and balances. They're fucking laying off thousands. They're laying off regulators and watchdogs that are supposed to be keeping an eye on shit.
Yeah.
They got 22-year-olds like auditing and having everybody's
In the Treasury.
The Treasury. They're going to dismantle the Department of Education. And he just recently came out and said that Gaza is not going back to the Palestinian people, to their homeland. It's going to become a strip mall in Mar-a-Lago, Far East. And they want to start, I don't know what and he said they're going to move 2 million Palestinians out of their homeland. There's a word for that, ethnic cleansing. Out of their homelands and into Jordan and Egypt, and building the beautiful homes, nice condos. They're better than the place, and they'll live in peace and harmony and not be able to live in their fucking homeland. There's several words for that. Genocide, ethnic cleansing. But I mean, I think we said this 2 years ago. That was always the goal. The goal for Israel was, you can't bomb somebody into oblivion, then live next door to them. That's just not a good playbook for their. So they basically say, well, we need security, but you need security because you created the security problem. And as long as one Palestinian or one Arab or one Muslim is left in the world, Israel will have a lot of shit to deal with in the next 50, 100, 200 years, because people will not forget. So their only plan of action needs to be to just get rid of everybody and just secure everything around us. And part of that is turning Gaza into beachfront property and kicking all the Palestinians out. That is the only thing that works for them. And I got something to say to people about that, because I think this would have been the plan. I mean, Trump is the one dumb enough to float it and put it out there like that, because he just, you know, this is on the same level of thought process as, well, can we inject bleach? Can we try that? Maybe a little bleach if we inject it for COVID? Like, this is that same thought process for them, which is Netanyahu brain fucks him so hard. And you could see that press conference where it was Trump saying, we're going to keep Gaza. And then Netanyahu is like, please sell this. Sell it, baby. Sell it, McDonald. Come on, you can do it, baby. You can sell this. Because for them, it's like, yeah, it's a no fucking brainer. Keep Gaza for the U.S. and anything. Trump wants to own TikTok. He wants to own Greenland. He wants to own the Panama Canal. He's playing big boy Monopoly. He wants to own Gaza now because that's what he thinks is a win. And his fan base eats it up the same way they eat up. It's the Gulf of America now, not the Gulf of Mexico. Sorry, Mexicans. Sorry, Mexico. You lose, we win, we change it. It's freedom fries in the Gulf of America. That's what it is. That's what it shall be. Immigration, all that shit. Elon, what did I miss? 800 things.
So many.
Because they're just throwing everything against the wall. Everything, it's been repeated the same way. They throw 18 things against the wall. The news picks up on 2 or 3 of them. Facebook and the populace picks up on 1 of them. They start protesting. Meanwhile, the other 8 things that they did
are already happening, and they already happened. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
This is like Blitzkrieg. This is Blitzkrieg from a Republican cunt perspective. This is what they're doing. And the funny part, in my opinion, is that we're all equally fucked because this, prices are still up. Ukraine's going to have to give. They said today that Ukraine is not getting its territory back. They're like, we're just going to need to end this war, and Ukraine's going to have to fucking deal with it.
He called Putin first, and then was like, Zelensky's going to get looked in. I was like, okay.
I thought we were the BFFs. What happened? They said no NATO for Ukraine. You're not getting 2014 lines back. And he said literally fucking that Russia fought for that territory. It's good territory. Russia fought for it, and so they should get to keep it. Like I said, we fucked around and we're in the find out stage. But to all the people that want to try to clown, and I've seen this happen, not to me a little bit, but people don't want the smoke when they get into an online argument with me. because I will destroy them in the marketplace of ideas.
Oh my God.
But they try to clown by saying, "Hey, you know, he's your president," and I was like, "No, actually, he's our president. This is going to affect you too. You're not paying any less eggs for me. You're not a good Latino. I'm not a bad Latino. There's not going to be any difference of who they want to get rid of. You know, it's at this point, it's all of our problems. So that's what's happened over the last 2 months.
Yeah. Did you see the TikTok of the Trump supporter that suddenly was crying about getting her food stamps like revoked or whatever, like taken away? And
yeah, farmers are revolting because of
like,
tariffs
you
and other
voted for
shit.
the guy. Billionaires are gonna do what they're gonna do. Like, what did you think? This is actually way worse than what I even expected. I was like, oh, there's gonna be some sort of respect for democracy or something, at least you know, putting up a front for it. But I'm like, this is just like you said, it's like blitzkrieg. It's just going every day 10 20 things. I'm like, so many that we're not even going to be able to hold him accountable.
No, there's 100 things that I had that are like, oh, this is important, this is important, this is important, this is important, and it just gets lost.
Yeah, it just gets lost. And it's like, at this point, I hate it.
Yeah,
kind of happy that I am a city employee and not a federal employee, because my dream was to be a federal employee, and they're getting fucked left, right, center.
Yeah, no, literally straight to the point. They asked them, a president, would the Palestinians have the right to return to Gaza? Trump, no, they wouldn't. So literally, like, we're taking Gaza, we're redeveloping it like it's a fucking Trump Mahal, and it's happening, you know.
God, it's just so in your face. It's insane. And what's crazy to me is, like, I thought, like, oh, maybe they're being so, like, in your face about it, that I'm like, maybe a lot of, like, radical supporters will, like, maybe start swaying back. But no, people are just kind of like, they're doubling down, tripling down. I'm just like, all right.
Yeah, and we're getting fed a lot of stuff that allow us to keep arguing with each other because, like, you know,
like the Gulf of America thing is like, that's one of those things of like, dude,
who cares?
There's labor relations that are being like, there's like the city treasury is being ambushed. Like, there's just so many things that's happening. They're like, go fight over that.
Hold on, also wants to drink some water. Give me 2 seconds. Keep going, Sophia.
Well, I mean, I don't have much to say. That's pretty much. Why would you put me on the big screen? Jesus. I don't know, guys. The state of stuff is just not encouraging. But hey, we just have to hang in there. I don't know if you guys saw the AOC.
Speak slower. Maybe you can stretch out. Maybe you can stretch out that thought a little bit more.
I was just starting a thought.
Of stuff is not improving.
There you go.
I'm sorry. I'll let you.
Period. No, oh my God. Why do you put me on big screen? I hate you.
Hey, it's been a while. I got to mess with you a little bit. Thanks, Mabala, for joining us. Created by Niz Nevsy joined us. Higgy was over on Instagram. Thank you guys for joining us.
I don't see anybody. Where are you looking at these comments?
They're on No, they just tells me when people join on Instagram. You know.
Darn it. I wish it would tell us on here. So on StreamYard, it just shows if you were to join YouTube or Facebook. But
yeah, YouTube, Facebook comment. But we have people, you know, all over the place. You know how we do.
Shout out.
They're spread out. All right. So that's what's happening in politics. There's basically, you know, the immigration thing. I mean, I think I'm going to have somebody on, Brandon Maxwell, I think he's the guy we're supposed to have on a while. He had that one Chicano documentary about lowriders. We were supposed to have him on back like 2 years ago, but he was touring. So he's been posting a lot of stuff that, like, which is technically true, that Obama and Biden deported more people every day than Trump did, and blah, blah, that it's all media. It's like that whole thing where it's all in your head. It's all in your head. It's the media. But there's actually some optics and some real life things happening at the same time, even though, you know, Biden and Obama might have deported more people per day. Those included people that got sent home the same day. There's a lot of shit to it. There, you can massage the numbers to say whatever the fuck you want, you know, but you can't tell me that it's not worse for Latinos now. There's no way that you can really sell that to me, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. The optics are bad.
Yeah. We could definitely go over like the know your rights stuff. There's plenty of stuff that people can. Okay, because I'm trying not to get so fatigued and so jaded that I'm like, I just like completely freeze and stop my activism or anything. So I did listen to the AOC live stream like a week ago or so. It was very informational. Highly recommend everyone goes watch it. It's really good, and it kind of calms you down from all the stuff that's happening and centers you into like what are the micro activist stuff that you can do on a daily basis. And anyway, that was a bit encouraging. There's a lot of little things that people can do.
Yeah. I made a couple of posts that people were kind of like, number one, I said that I was a better interviewer than Joe Rogan, but I think we could both agree that that's true.
I agree.
And I also said
his
that
brain is fried. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I mean, he might have a better podcast, but I'm a much better interviewer. I also said that, because a lot of here's the thing is like the AOC thing is great. Because what I posted was that not one person that said they were leaving Facebook because of Zuckerberg. Because remember, like around the inauguration and when Zuck went on, Joe Rogan, they were all talking about, oh, Zuck turned AOC. Hey, what's up, Karina? AOC, yeah, AOC for the win. That when Zuck went on Rogan, that I was like, oh, I'm not going to be part of this Facebook if Zuckerberg is now a Republican. Not one person that posted that left Facebook. Not one single person that posted about how much they were going to leave Facebook and I'll be on Blue Sky now. Everybody's on Blue Sky. Nobody's talking on Blue Sky, but everybody's over there. I'm the only one that I know that's still on Twitter, ride or die. But there's still people over there. Twitter's still a thing. And then I just posted like a lot of the people that are posting these things on Facebook, Instagram, and stuff like that. Their algorithm is feeding it to the same 50 people, and nothing is going to happen. Can you guys believe this? It's only going to post it to like your immediate friends and family that always click on your shit. Whatever your algorithm tells it, that's the same 50 people that interact with you over the year, and a couple of people where it's a hot topic so that they'll get the discussion going and disagree. That's it. That's it. Nothing is going to happen from you being outraged online. Absolutely nothing. You see the protest in LA and in Russia and the protest on the streets everywhere for supporting immigration and immigrants' rights. Those are the things that need to matter. And the shit that Republicans have been doing for years are things that matter. Like you said, micro movements, local elections, school boards, runforsomething.org, right? Getting out there, being a part of the process. That's the only thing that's going to help make the 4 years go by faster. Keep you distracted. Yeah, exactly. And look, as predicted, once in a while, when they try to do something completely fucking insane, like shutting off all government grants, and everybody gets up in arms about it, they have backtracked a couple of things. So it's not like the revolt and the resistance is the important part.
Absolutely. And then Anonymous came back. Did you see that?
Anonymous, yeah, and they posted Trump's social security number and a bunch of
that
other
was
stuff.
That was exciting. That was like a throwback. Like, man, I hadn't seen them in years. I didn't know they were still active. I do hope for some like maybe cyber warfare between Anonymous and Elon Musk. That'd be great. But
Elon Musk gave a press conference in the White House standing next to Donald Trump.
Isn't that wild? He's our fucking president, Elon.
And Donald just sat there and looked at him.
Dude, it's so I don't know what timeline we're living in. Like this South African immigrant is our leader.
Yeah. There was a whole thing about Lauren Sanchez, Jeff Bezos' wife, going to the inauguration in a bra.
Who?
Like a bad Seinfeld episode. Elon did a Nazi salute.
Oh, yeah.
At the inauguration, Elon did a Nazi salute. And then he said it's not a Nazi salute. And then the next day, he was speaking in Germany he spoke in Germany at the conference for the furthest right political party in Germany. And told them that they needed to stop being ashamed of their parents' past and having pride in Germany, because that has never not worked out. That's always been a good look to be super ultra pro Germany.
But see, this is a duality that I find a little very unnerving, but also a little I don't know, like intelligent of them in the sense that they pander to the Nazis, they pander to the right-wing extremists, but they also want to destroy Gaza and work with Netanyahu directly. They support Israel. So I'm like, it's such a it's a beautiful balancing act in the sense that they get to be on both extremes. You know, they get to support Israelis and Zionists, and but then they also get to pander to the Nazis and anti-Zionists. Like it's wild. It's wild to me. But that's how they get. Huh? Go ahead.
There's no rhyme or reason to their bullshit.
No, it's just money. Like that's the thing. I'm like, where we need to focus is bottom line. It's money. It's all billionaires and not billionaires. That's all it is. Remember when at the end of like the election, Trump was talking shit about Biden about like, oh, he's like, you know, pro genocide, Gaza this, Gaza that, and everyone was like, but I feel like you're going to be more supportive of Netanyahu. Like, if anything, you suck his dick even harder. Because Biden sucked Netanyahu's dick so hard. Like, he was just like,
so much
you know? Yeah, so much sucking. And then, like, that's when the right wing doesn't know what side to take. They're like, yeah, see, we're pro Gaza. We do more for Gaza. And, like, we fucking hate Jews and all that stuff. Fuck Netanyahu, right? That's where the Nazis are at. Like, they're very like, yeah, Trump is better than Biden. And that'll be a point. But then didn't he do that little maneuver where he talked to Netanyahu and everything in Gaza kind of paused the bombing, everything. And so then Gaza for a second was like, yay, Trump. And now that he's in office, he's besties with Netanyahu and wants to make Gaza beachfront property.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Why do people not realize that? Like, it's at the end of the day, it's just money. It's fucking, oh God, I hate this identity politics where people just get like really sidetracked on like, you know, he's pro this, pro that, or whatever. And he uses it like any talking point that he does against Biden or Democrats, it just lands no matter what. It's like, fuck, I hate it. It's such a grasp.
It's just, it's tough to get, it's tough to deal with. But like you said, it's just, you know, people just need to keep at it. We're replaying 2016, right? We're replaying everything that happened in 2016, which is like, oh, it's not going to be that bad. Maybe it won't be that bad. Holy fuck, it is that bad. But then we had a pandemic, you know? So that made it like doubly bad. And then we forgot, and then we had 4 years of fucking Biden, and then everybody's like, oh, this fucking sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Let's change it. What's the worst that could happen? Let's get this guy again. And then it's like, no, it's bad. It's really bad. Now we have to defend it. It's
baffling the, like, I guess just the, like, how fast he's undoing everything though. It's like the Department of Education, he has all our information, all our data, everything in the grasp of 22-year-olds, and everything is going to get privatized, and they're firing federal employees, and they're also buying them out. You know, they just want to privatize America. And I want to kill myself. So I hate this. I hate it. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. So that's been.
Yay, we're back. You guys.
That has been. What do we call that segment again?
I don't know. Fucking.
That's been Hellscape Watch.
Fucking Hellscape.
All right, let's take a little break here between Hellscape Watch.
All
right. We're gonna bring on a guest right now. Keithan's been on the show many times, both this and Fireside Chats. He's got an event happening this weekend at the World Beat Center in Balboa Park. It's a free event, all ages. That he puts a lot of work and pride in. So to give us a rundown and talk about his new book in the world of comics and to get his perspective on the world, we got Mr. Keithan Jones.
Yeah, welcome, Keithan.
Hey.
How you doing?
You'll be all right, Sophia.
Thank you. Thank
You're,
you.
he's like, you might be my biggest reoccur. I think you've been on my shows more than anybody else because you just pop in all the time for different stuff, and
Well, it's called finding your people.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
In
Yeah.
these trying times.
Do you have any
We're
words
out
of
here though.
wisdom for us, Keithan?
Yeah. So, is this year 5 of Comic Book Day, or what is Comics Day, or what
Year
is it?
7.
Year 7. Fuck. I was
Would have been 8 without the COVID skip, but
kind of still at World Beat Center.
yes, sir.
How many writers, artists do you have coming this year?
I want to say 30, between 34, 35.
And it's just Saturday and Sunday, or does it start Friday?
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday
Yeah.
and Sunday.
Originally the show was a 1-day event. That's why it's called Black Comics Day. But the popularity pushed it to 2 days. Especially, give people a chance. You got Saturday people, you have Sunday people, so made it fair for everyone.
And then you have events, talks, stuff like that happening.
Yes, we have 2 panels. We generally have 1 panel per day. I think these panels are going to be pretty cool. Saturday we have we have an ongoing series of panels called Empowered that we do every Saturday, and it's hosted by Aaron Nabas. And that one's, what is it? Empowered. They're basically going to talk about the process of actually making a comic book. So for folks who are interested in making comics or just books in general, that's a good panel for you because they're going to impart the steps from concept to finishing it to getting it into stores or wherever commerce is, happening for your product. And so you get to pick their brains and listen to the process of the, the ins and outs of actually making a book and bringing it to fruition. And then on Sunday, I'll be on the panel for Sunday, and that one's pretty interesting for me, at least. It's called Kick Rocks, and it's basically we're going to give testimony on how to deal with negative people while you're trying to achieve something in this world, including family members. So we're going to impart our experienced wisdom about how we went through our trials and tribulations and how we manage our business while dealing with the negative energy that surrounds us in this world. So because I always have people coming up to me and they seem to be in this a percent of them seem to be in this depressed state of mind, like ready to call, throw in the towel and don't know which way to go and how to get through whatever ails them at the time while they're trying to be creative. And so I think that panel will be good for them to tune into and get some advice on how to get through that stuff.
That's amazing. That's this Sunday, Saturday and Sunday at the World Beat Center.
Yep, free admission, free parking. So the buy-in isn't going to cost you anything. So come on out, and it's even though it's a Black History Month event and it's called Black Comics Day, but it is open.
No, wait.
Huh?
We're not allowed to celebrate.
Oh,
Black History.
Yeah, I want to get it in there before another executive order comes down the pipe.
I don't know if you got the memo from Fearless Leader.
But yeah, I just want to say that it's called Black Comics Day, but it's open to everyone, every creed, every nationality. Everyone's welcome. We don't discriminate over there. So it's just like I always say before, it's like some nights you want to have Italian, some nights you want to have Chinese, and come on, get some soul food.
Mm-hmm. That's exciting.
Is there generally, like, I mean, I guess it's an obvious answer, but I think, is there generally like a theme with Black comic books? More like you find that if you were to say, here's, books written by like Jewish writers, American writers, African American, Latino writers, do the themes always just go back to like the individual struggles, or do, like, for example, like Latino, there's a lot of horror I see like in Latino like books and stuff like that. Is there like another theme like that, like a genre that Black comics go towards?
I don't think so. I think that's a misnomer. Because when you're a person of color, at least in this country, you're it's worldwide, but in this country, you're always dealing with stereotypes, even from your own people. And it's largely untrue. But because of popular media, that's how we learn about each other's cultures mainly. and so you get a lot of misconceptions through that media. By the way things are set up here. But to answer your question, no, man. You have science fiction, you have goofy stuff, you have one guy had a whole comic book on cannabis. He made a character out of cannabis, and I know you like that.
Yeah.
So,
Right up his alley.
I would say if there's a common thread, it's in our real lives. Our real lives inform us or inspire us to make these books. But what you actually put on the page, what you actually write about, the actual subject matter varies depending on your personal life. And I think the only real common theme is the characters happen to be black.
Yeah. But I think but everybody likes everything. But like when I watch a lot of films, obviously for like the San Diego Latino filmmakers, so I just get privy San Diego Latino Film Festival, so I'm privy to watching a lot of cinema and films that up and coming artists are doing. So I kind of see the theme sometimes of them, like the genres or the storylines that they're going to. Obviously, there's the themes of immigration, trauma, all the stuff that we deal with. The same that would be with a black filmmaker, black artist. Those themes are gonna be there no matter what. But sometimes certain cultures gravitate to certain genres. I think South America.
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Like if you're trying to make a movie, and I think you know this, Hollywood's going to force you into those corners because they think that's the viable sell.
Right.
Your trauma. It's just like if you're a Latino actor, what is your chances of you being the lead?
Yeah.
And being the super versus being the help. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
I think these days it's a lot better now with streaming. It's given us a lot of opportunities now where you can try some things and they can take chances on you in different genres and put you in different roles. So it's a little better these days, but I don't know. We just have so much emotionally multitasking right now. It's like trying to compartmentalize everything and stay sane, without doing what Sophia was about to do.
Yeah. Yep. How are you staying sane, Keithan? What's your philosophy?
You know what I do? The only reason I'm even on social media these days is to promote something. Even though I have legitimate friends on there, it's gotten so bad now that I'm off. To handle my business and get right back off of it.
Yep.
It's just not healthy anymore to be on social media. It's just ridiculous, the levels of toxicity that is reached. And not only that, in recent times, if you take Facebook, you take Instagram, Twitter, you can't even use it as a business model anymore because they're blocking your links. They hide your link. Like if you're trying to promote a Kickstarter or you're trying to link people to something that you've done, like good luck if they see it.
Anything that takes you out of the platform is gonna get like shadow banned almost.
Yeah. It's literally becoming useless. Other than
Twitter used to be the only one that didn't. That was like their big claim. Twitter used to be the only one that didn't change the algorithm for you if you were linking outside.
Yeah.
And now Blue Sky is saying that it doesn't do that.
Yeah.
But once the model became monetized, they all went to like monthly cost to get the premium version that you used to have at the beginning.
I mean, I didn't when they originally introduced. I'm talking for Facebook. I actually tried to pay for ad service they had, and I'm like, okay, I have 1,000 likes on this image or this link, but not a single comment. It's like, this is bullshit.
No.
Nobody's seeing. There's no possible way to have 1,000 likes.
Yeah, and
not
not one comment.
A single, not even a negative comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do the work to gain the followers, and then they're like, hey, you know how you got all these people that decided they wanted to follow you? How about if we charge you for them to see your thing? Like, they basically took you were good at this. Hey, you got a lot of followers, but guess what? We're not going to show this post to those people unless You know, unless you say it. Like that's even it'll even
But
it's
I'm
even
saying
told
even
me
if
straight
you
up.
pay, I'm saying if you I
No,
paid them.
no, I know, but once you pay them once, Facebook specifically, they're always going to be like, "Oh, he got money." They're always going to give you that because when I do the even for business pages for 2AM Burrito or for the tattoo shop, it always tells me you could reach 37,000 people if you give us $200. I was like, you think I have $200 for a post I'm doing like on a Tuesday morning from the tattoo shop?
Right.
You can reach $7,000 for just $50, and I'm just like, no, I was just posting some flash art. I don't need.
It's like I have you know how the cable services, you have Cox, you have Time Warner, right? And they zone it out, right, where you have to get one or the other depending on where you live. And like I don't even mess around with the internet speeds. I'm like, I know if I get the cheapest speed, it's not going to work. So just give me your highest one. Just cut you the chase.
Yeah.
Right.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah. But do you want to bundle that with your cell phone? No.
Or how about the security cameras they want to give you, where they watch your house for you? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah.
I'm good.
So the social media, yeah, same.
So I have a video here. Hold on a second. We're gonna talk a little bit about well, as I find that, tell us a little bit about your new book, because obviously you work as a professional comic book creator, writer, but you also work, freelance, creating art, all that good stuff. But you have a new book, a new title out.
Well, it'll debut if I still have to literally get it to the printers. It's taking it's right there on the edge of the deadline, but it's called American Grit. American Grit. Yeah, there it is. American Grit. And it was inspired off of recent events. I just woke up one day and I was like, it just came out of me. And basically it's about a former special ops soldier, super soldier, who got disillusioned with his job of protecting America and fighting for the American way. And so he basically calls it quits. He retires. He goes into seclusion. And during his absence, a hacker group called Virus rises, and inflicting terrorism acts across the country. And they use AI to create Nazoids, Nazi androids, to attack the Capitol, to attack Washington, D.C., so they can...
Fascist robots?
Yeah. Assisted by AI. And so through his reluctance, he's called upon to come out of retirement and to deal with these clowns. And so that's all I could tell you. You have to read it. This one is what technically is an ash can, and in the comic book industry, that's basically like a bare bones raw comic book. No, it's black and white, cheaply made, pure comic. No frills and all that stuff. And because, like I said, it was very organic. It just came out of me. So the quality's there, but it just, it wasn't a whole, like I said, I was inspired by recent events. So, I have, it's still a fun book. And it's like, I tell people it's like the Jack Kirby Stan Lee moment when they created Captain America. Actually, I think he might have created Jack Kirby might have created Captain America before he met Stan Lee. Or I could be wrong. I'm not sure. But that character, Captain America, was created as an affront to what was happening with Hitler's rise in the 40s. So this is the same thing. I'm not saying there's a Hitler here, but it's feeling a little weird. It's feeling a little weird.
I mean, like,
it's a Roman salute. So.
It's a Roman salute. He's taking his heart and he's sending it out to you.
It's a musical.
It's my heart goes out to you, you know, or like, hey, what's over there? But like,
Right.
if I just what's over there, you know, like, hey, you
Right.
know, you gotta be
But it's
careful.
I mean, you'd have to be, and I mean, I guess it's why I'm coming on your channel. I feel like I can be open about this stuff. You'd have to be pretty ignorant and blind to what's happening in front of your eyes right now with the mass deportations and the way it's being handled and the indiscriminate way people are being treated literally based on their appearance, not any paperwork, based on their appearance. So you have people who are like, well, I'm legal, I'll be all right. Bro, they don't know the difference. They don't know the difference. So imagine walking out the door, legal as hell, right? But you have to look over your shoulder all day, every day now. Or walk around with your papers. I mean, what's next? Barcodes?
Yeah.
I mean, it's coming. It's not a far-fetched idea. It's coming, you know.
No, the heartbreaking part for you know, I mean, and I guess the scary part for me, because like I said, I owe my status to the most beautiful president that ever lived, which is Ronald Reagan. You know, and when Republicans were a little bit smart and they did an amnesty, you know, it was just a registry that said if you got to the U.S. before this year, you were given amnesty and that was very easy. And that's what Obama should have the ability to do when he had a supermajority in Congress, because Obama and Biden were not any better on immigration numbers wise. They didn't do shit. Democrats had the chance to do. They had a supermajority, both houses, filibuster proof, and they could have very easily fixed the thing that they ran on for years.
It's because this country, even though
It's not in their benefit to get rid of that cheap labor. It's the fucking meat packing company that called ICE on its own employees in those big raids because they were trying to unionize and get more money, and then replaced them with another batch of immigrants. It's because it's that. So when they take people like this and they're handcuffing them and putting them on military planes to send them back to Colombia, which was heartbreaking for me. People whose only crime was being in, they say killers, hardened killers, you know, they say, but can anybody tell me how many murders were committed by illegal immigrants in a country with 40,000 murders a year? It was 30 murders, 30 murders too many. Okay. It's like, do you condemn Hamas? Yes. 30 murders too many. But still 30 to the amount of murders that happened. That's a slow weekend. If you count like New York, Chicago,
right,
Detroit, you know, 30 murders. And you're saying that to vilify an entire like 12 million people population of undocumented and mixed status. 1 in 15 families in the United States is mixed status.
Right.
You know, that means it's going to affect somebody that you know. And to take people whose only crime was being in the country illegally and leading them back to their country in handcuffs on a military plane. Right. There's nothing that compares that to Obama and Biden just casually continuing to deport everybody every day. They are two different things. You can say that they did more or they did less, but it's two different ways of doing things.
Not to mention he's trying to get rid of, what is it called, naturalization?
Birthright citizenship.
Birthright citizenship, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean,
by interpreting it. So if you can interpret birthright citizenship to mean that both parents had to be here for a certain amount of time and both being legal U.S. citizens for you to be a U.S. citizen, then that means they can very easily interpret it as we can retroactively make this happen to the people that became citizens through birthright in the last 15, 20 years. You know, so then it becomes like, well, were both of your parents? And this affects a lot of people, legal or legal status at the time they were born. So this is, you know, for lack of a better phrase, the slippery slope that we're on. You know?
Well, you know, at the end of the day, it's really about, I mean, let's be honest, it's really about Mexican immigrants.
Yeah.
That's what the focus. I mean, you don't hear about the other lighter hue.
They're not in
Elon Musk is South African.
There's like 1 million Canadians that are illegals here.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
like
that's what I mean. It's all about aesthetics. It's all about
it's about feeding it to the base.
It's all about, you know what time. I mean, we know what time it is, bro.
Yeah. No, sorry.
It's a repeat of history. We've gone through this before in history, and so we have the those folks went through it. That was their first time, and here we are. We have hindsight on the internet. We can watch videos of history. We have everything at our disposal. Yet we still are acting like, huh? What's going on? Like, are you serious right now? It's just a lot of comfortable people in this country. America, despite its problems, is still a very wealthy country, and there's a lot of comfortable people here who are just moving at a snail's pace because they don't feel it yet.
Yep.
They're still
We're
playing.
we're the
choose your
lobsters.
team shit.
We're the lobsters slowly being boiled.
Yeah.
I don't realize that we're being
Exactly.
boiled a lot.
That's
Sorry, got a little deep there for a second. That's the thing that pissed me off. That putting people in handcuffs and said it was that kind of set me off a little bit. So, but
well, you're seeing them as humans. They're not seeing them the way you see them.
Yeah.
They literally don't see them the way you see them. I mean, look at black. Obviously, I'm black. And look at our history. We had to actually have the Constitution rewritten to consider us humans.
Yeah.
Literally. So
that add the amendments. Yeah.
It's crazy. You're dealing with sociopaths, crazy people.
All right. Anyway, here we go.
And that's why I make comic books.
Yeah, that's why there's comic. Listen, and also on that note, that is why from March 19th through the 23rd, the San Diego Latino Film Festival will be back on this year. This year, it's only 1 week. So everything's condensed, a lot of cool events, opening night, closing night. I have a Hay que Reírse comedy showcase, which to counteract all the seriousness that's going on in the world is a comedy showcase of feature films and short films, comedies by Latinos for Latinos, but for everybody that I curated myself. There's some really funny movies from Peru, from Puerto Rico, and then some really cool movies from Colombia también. Mexico, obviously, every year comes in hard. And then I'm also one of the curators for the Un Mundo Extraño showcase this year. That's the horror sci-fi showcase. So not only did I get to pick comedies this year, but I was also part of a team that got to pick some sci-fi horror Latino horror and sci-fi movies for the short showcase as well as some features. So I'll be talking a lot about the San Diego Latino Film Festival coming up, and about the Hay que Reírse comedy showcase, which again just shows the resilience of Latino people and being able to,
you're the founder of this, right?
I am not the San Diego Latino Film Festival has been around for like 35 years. I've been with them for like the last 5 or 6 years, and basically I told them that they needed to focus on more comedies.
They said it's depressing. Look, it's depressing.
No, I didn't say. I said the festival's getting a reputation as like a trauma festival.
Yeah,
it's impossible for not to be that. It's a festival at the border city, and the movies that come in are going to be documentaries about the border and immigration. There's going to be a lot of that. There's going to be a lot of serious movies. I said we should highlight some comedies and some of the lighter stuff. They were already doing horror and sci-fi, but I said we should also do some comedy as a counterbalance. I was doing like Q&As for them and stuff like that, but I wasn't part of the festival. And I just said, I think you guys should do that. And then they said, why don't you do that? And then they gave me a job.
Let me ask you
why
something.
don't you curate it? And I curate, and then I became, that's one of my jobs now.
Let me ask you something, dude.
Yeah.
And you too, Sophia. Like,
yeah.
Do you guys feel in your heart that people are happy right now? Like, on both sides, just do you feel like people are walking around in a general happy space, or do you feel, you know what I mean? I have my own answer, but I wonder.
No. I think that people, especially if we're talking about the working class and the lower income class of people, I think that everyone right now is kind of hurting financially, and they're taking out their grievances via dehumanization and hatred.
You think that's all it is, just financial?
I think that's the crux. I think that's the stuff that people are feeling. The fact that we can't really survive. Rent is half or more of people's monthly incomes. The fact that there's still health insurance, car insurance, there's just so many bills. I think that's mainly the crux of it. I think the fact that we can't really have a nice, comfortable living. We're not living in Sweden, where you can think of you know, where you're going to vacation for 3 months. you know, paternity leave is still something that's up for debate. Maternity leave, like we don't have basic stuff to thrive. We're barely surviving. So I do think that
So you think there's a clear, so do you think there's a clear distinction of the atmosphere from, say, 10 years ago?
Yeah, I think the distinction probably started in the 80s mainly. I think when whatever that law was that passed where corporations got to, you know,
Frank Dodd, what is it?
have a voice. What was it called? I don't know. The one that let money into politics.
Corporations are people.
Yeah. And so that one kind of, you could see a steady decline of where, you know, money for the billionaires went up. Billionaires didn't used to exist, and the lower working class just has stagnated. Airlines, there used to be so many of them. Now it's just, you know, just a big conglomerates. There's not a lot of competition.
I guess I'm saying more like, do you think, okay, like when Marvel was on their 10-year run from 2008 to what was it, 2021 or something?
Mm-hmm.
To me, it felt like, even though I've always struggled with finances, but I feel like even back then there was more of a like I can feel the depression in the air right now. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't see a celebration like when Trump won, for instance. I didn't really see any celebration on the side of the folks that voted for him.
Voted for him.
Like, y'all don't look that happy to me.
Because they're being driven by hatred. They're being driven by the things that they don't want. They want the Gulf of Mexico to be the Gulf of America. You know, stuff like that kind of at the end of the day doesn't super put food on your table, I guess. I don't know. But I do think that is a timing thing. We are in end stage capitalism. I think that at the beginning of capitalism, people are very airy fairy and happy. Middle, we're hurting, but there's still other cool stuff. You know, we got a black president. We were still like, hell yeah, change. Fuck yeah. We got, you know, like we got some melanin in there. But now there's not a lot to grasp onto, you know? It's getting less and less, it feels like. So I don't know.
I'm wondering, because I have kids.
Yeah.
You know, I have a boy and
oh,
a girl.
I'm terrified to have kids. Jesus. Because I'm like, what is it going to look like 30 years from now?
Or even tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah, or tomorrow.
I'm wondering, okay, I'm Generation X, right? And I graduated from high school in 89. And immediately it was already a recession in effect when I graduated. And then the first Gulf War hits. And then we get out of that and we're struggling. And then Clinton comes in, he kind of cleans up some of the economy. And then we immediately go back into another recession once he's out of office. And then 9/11 hits, and then we had the 2007 crash and all that. And I'm like, I feel like my generation, or me, aside for, you know, the standout, some of these celebrities who got through this shit, I feel like in large part we were always behind the 8 ball. Like we never had the opportunities that the boomers had.
Yeah, absolutely. Your generation would be the first one to struggle with that, and then it only got worse. So like millennials, like we never had a shot at buying a home. Like, you know, it got increasingly worse.
To my own mom, sometimes she's like, well, why don't you just blah 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 blah? And I'm like, Mom, it is not the 80s anymore. What are you talking about? Buy a house and borrow off the house, and that's the best thing you can do. I can't even buy a freaking sandwich right now. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, even my generation was sold like, if you go to college, if you get good grades, if you work hard. The American dream has been dead for decades.
Yeah.
So
at least in the way that they preach to us.
Yeah, exactly. And I do believe that it existed at one point. However, that's not where we're at. That's when we had millionaires and a lot of the money was effectively trickling down. Right now, it's like, no, it's
right.
There's tax havens, there's billions and billions, there's going to be a first trillionaire this year, like
I think,
with one human. It's crazy.
I think to close it up, I think that unfortunately, and maybe fortunately, I think we're heading to a big riot.
Yeah.
Gonna really pop off in a shortly here.
At some point, the ants gotta
kind of feel it in the air.
Listen, I think the chippity chop needs to come out before that happens. We need to go full France and bring out the chippity chop. Bring out all. The chippity chop machine, the guillotine.
Oh,
Like they did in France. Listen, you bring out the chippity chop machine for like 1 week. These billionaires will fall in line.
Dude, look how we championed homeboy. What's his name?
Luigi Mangione. Yeah.
Mangione. Yeah.
Everybody was like,
because he hit at the crux of the problem. It is class warfare. It is not. Listen, if the minute that we all at the bottom realize that it's not about color, religion, sexuality, any of that, I'm like, the time that we realize that it is billionaires against everyone else, that's when we all come together. The one thing we can all agree on is we hate CEOs that price gouge us and kill people.
Yeah.
You know, so
did you see how they brought him out when he got to New York and they fucking
the whole SWAT team, like it was like as if he
look at this
the one guy.
This is how much they fucking hate us that they're like, look, this is the one guy that tried to fucking kill one of us. Look, motherfuckers.
That's not going to work anymore. Those scare tactics are not going to work. I mean, once you have nothing to lose, that stuff doesn't scare anybody.
And that's how close people are getting.
It's like, some people, like 3 squares and a fucking cot might sound like a good idea from where they're at, you know?
Right.
Yeah. But this is the scare tactics that they know. So they're like, all right, well, let's make an example of this guy. And they also, you know, it's a simple.
Bro, you know who the biggest culprit, though, I think, of all of this nonsense? The news media.
Yeah. Because their money went up.
Well, they're bought and sold. I mean, yeah.
Their money went up.
They literally get on there.
Money's going up.
Yeah, even the way they handled Luigi here. If you watch any of that stuff, they were like trying to their damnedest to make him out to be the irrational one. And why is everybody cheering him on? What is wrong with you guys and all this shit?
CG.
Like,
yeah.
CG. What's up, bro? But yeah, people, I mean, they were trying to, like you said, the old scare tactics, trying to push the narrative as if we don't have our internet and
charging them with terrorism as a federal level instead of just murder in New York.
Yeah.
Every fucking and also that's another thing to keep an eye out for, that they quietly, the executive order stuff also creates a state of emergency where they can declare martial law. And a bunch of other shit that they did, which basically gives them the ability to send people to Gitmo. And this is another thing that they're doing with immigration. They open up a fucking detention camp in Gitmo, which the reason U.S. operates Gitmo is because then they're not on U.S. soil and they can habeas corpus can be suspended. You could get detained. So like you said, you could be under suspicion of being an illegal immigrant or look like somebody that they want, and they could take you off the streets, take you or your rights, send you to fucking Cuba. Not the good part. And just by the time they figure out that you do have your papers or something like that, then you're fucked because you're already in Cuba and you've already been fucking, I don't know, interrogated or fucking made to live in fucking.
How have they been handling that here in California? You know?
I don't know. My thought is that he did stuff in Chicago and in other little places and maybe a little bit in LA, but not like a huge show of force. I don't know if they're trying to pick a fight with California this early, because I think they're just trying to get everything else like normalized and stuff before they do big. California, the sanctuary city thing is the thing that worries me.
I know he's trying to blackmail us on the fire aid.
Yeah, he's like, you don't get no fire aid unless you make it.
God.
Yeah. Anyway, it's listen. Can we let you go on a positive note? Just want to get your
Sure.
All right. I want us to watch. I don't know if I don't know. You might have seen this video together, but I just came across it this week. California.
I hope so.
Can we watch this video? Because one of the things that happened this week, and I don't know if you were privy to it, but Kanye West melted down again. He had one of the.
Yeah.
He had one of the. I mean, obviously, he did just like an epic manic episode, whatever it was. He was on a sick one from the Grammys on, where he showed up with his chick in no clothes, and then went on an incredible anti-Semitic rant where he praised P. Diddy, said that the fact that he was willing to risk it all by beating her ass was a sign of love, that's when I was like, well, all right. And then he again went on his anti-Semitic Hitler is the best rant, had a link to a swastika on a t-shirt, said Kendrick should shout out Free Puff. These are just the ones I remember. Shout out Free Puff Daddy at the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I didn't catch all of it, but I caught a lot of the highlights. I think he thinks he's doing performance art. I think he's still on the whole shock jock, look at me, ooh, look at me type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't. And yeah, I mean, we joke about it, but yeah, obviously there's mental illness there. It has to be for him to say some of this harmful stuff.
Yeah.
But then I have to ask, what is his wife's excuse for hanging out with the dude? You know what I mean? Like, and the people that hang around them, what is their excuse? Do they all have mental illness?
I mean, that's the main theory, is that he's getting ready to have an album, I guess, is the theory. But my God,
Man, I don't want to hear that shit either. Like,
I don't know, like, but I mean, just hanging out with
like,
Nick Fuentes,
that's gonna make me buy your album.
Candace Owen, Nick Fuentes, like he's. I don't know, man. Has it gotten to the point we need I don't think he's pretending he loves Hitler. Why would you pretend you love Hitler for? I don't know. That's going all the way.
I just think he has diarrhea of the mouth. I don't think it's. I don't think he's putting a whole lot of thought in any of it. It's just coming out. Yeah. You know, he's no different than the guy. Aside from his money, he's no different from the guy at 7-Eleven screaming at the sky. That's the way I look at him. You know, worthy of being ignored. But, you know, obviously his fans are going to excuse away everything that comes out his mouth.
I don't think there's that many.
Part of a cult.
I think there's that many left.
I think a lot of people checked out. Kai Cenat was going to do a collaboration with him, and he was like, "Hey, GG's in the chat. We're done." Listen,
why was he doing a collaboration with him anyway? This wasn't the first rant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, dude, I mean, have some integrity about yourself.
All this to say that he needs to get his act together, or he's not going to get my vote again. You know,
again.
You're not going to get my vote a second time, Kanye, if you don't clean up your act.
And when I saw, you know, and to be honest, when I saw his name on the ballot for president when we had the election, I just immediately thought this. To me, it just signaled what. So this is what they think about the Black community. I mean, like, you put this guy on here as a serious choice for president. And as a Black person, I'm like, so this is what, I mean, you guys really think we're a joke out here to put fucking Kanye West on the ballot of looking over my life? Because obviously their job is to serve and protect us, right? Mm-hmm. Financially and militarily wise and all this stuff. And you put this joke on the ballot, you know? And I expect a bunch of kids to he and kiki and all this shit. But when I see adults buying into this, I'm like, I don't, like you guys were saying earlier, I don't know what upside down world I stepped into. But it's we're laughing before, but the joke, but the stuff is not that funny anymore. Like I'm laughing less and less about this shit and getting more and more angry.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I think, and I don't think I'm alone. That's why I think the riots are coming. He's gonna. I don't know what he's gonna do, but one day he's gonna push the wrong button, bro.
We're gonna put it on the. We're gonna put it on the MiGente bingo card for 2025. Keith predicts.
Lou wanted. Yeah, I mean, I'll be part of it. Lou,
how the hell was that a light note?
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, Lou was trying to keep it light.
No, well, we're
got more mad than ever.
I was just trying to end the conversation with a joke.
Okay.
And that's why I won't be voting for Kanye again.
Than ever.
I thought you were gonna give me a lightning round or something like
that. No. But I did want to watch this quick video before we let you go, Keithan, because I was bringing up Kanye because it was insane to watch it go down, but also because I do think that he might have the answer to what we've all been looking for. And that is one word: drones.
Oh, there you go. On the next way of living. These are these fully sustainable cities. This is like, it's like an iPhone, right? But we're God's iPhone. We're his favorite creation.
For the past 10 years, Ye has spent over $100 million.
All right, so he spent $100 million on this.
We're developing a new architectural language, investigating ways of living by removing the unnecessary and exposing the essential. Those years of research have culminated into Drome, Dome, Home, and Rome. Rome is a visionary city that is both 10,000 years in the past and 10,000 years in the future. A city that simulates
Dome, Rome, and home.
Oh,
It's both 10,000 years in the past and 10,000 years in the future. Now, wrap your mind around
its surroundings and becomes invisible. A city that can be anywhere. The homes are an extension of the landscape, and shelter is provided with the simplest form, a dome. A drome is an underground 8-acre space for one person, one family, or one function. The dromes make up a 5,000-acre town organized in a vortex, sloping towards a central biopond, part of a closed-loop system. Like life, the water's always in motion. The drones are interwoven between natural pathways and perennial landscape. Other systems of transportation are below.
The like life.
Stop it. Where's the Michael Jordan meme? Stop it. Need help.
All right, hold on. This is the best part.
Low grade. Entry to the drome is into the ground via a super wide, undefined threshold. A transitional space prevents light leaks into the interior. Inside, the space feels endless and undefined. The dome ceiling becomes imperceivable. There is no distinction between interior and exterior space. A pool for recreation and bathing is surrounded by
both things.
What?
It's a pool for recreation and bathing.
Hills that define the functional spaces for sleeping, lounging, eating. Privacy between spaces is achieved by topography, landscape, and fog. The floor is an artificial landscape made of foam. With no furniture, it changes density depending on its use.
You know they already do this in Japan.
Flat, while resting areas are soft.
They have inside resorts, artificial beaches, artificial.
What are they called?
Systems.
I want to see that.
Yeah, it's not for nefarious reasons though. It's not. It's not to groom a whole society. It's just like shit, bro.
You did, CG.
Yeah. You know, if more you know how many people would sound deep and profound if they had his money to make videos like this?
Oh my god.
That's true.
You know, a lot of his goofiness is shrouded by his money.
Yeah,
you know
but
I agree.
Imagine the amount of yes men that had to be around him to be like, hey, I want to make a city of the future with no furniture, foam, fog, a pond in the middle. Can you get some engineers to work on that? Yeah, 100 million. All right, here you go. I am a billionaire and I'm also insane. So I'm good. But you'd be like, okay, how much did it cost for the narration? 20 million? Yeah, 20 million.
I'm convinced this world will not allow a good person to be a billionaire. I'm convinced.
They wouldn't want to be if they're a good person. This world does not. No one person needs that much money.
I mean, Elon looks like he's out of an Austin Powers movie. He's so fucking villainous.
And they're crying. And they're complaining, bro. Like I'm like, you already won. You won.
You won.
You're
Once
the
you get $1
richest
billion,
man in
you
the
win.
world.
You won.
It worked for you. The system works for you. Why would you want to change it? What are you bitching about?
Greed corrupts. They want more. They can't have enough.
You're freaking Darth Vader right now with this shit. Like,
it's crazy how much of a comic book villain he became. It's like, what the fuck? You're a real person?
Yeah, I want more.
Oh
I want to control the whole things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to outer space. I really do think that movie Up, Don't Look Up. Not the one with the dog. Don't Look Up. Yeah. That's how it's gonna end. That's how it ends.
Yeah.
That meteor cannot come quick enough.
Right.
Listen,
right.
Everybody
did. Yeah. So I think fortunately people like myself, I've always had to deal with struggle and deal with managing my meager means and to get through my life. So to me, I'm built for it, for hard times, and it's just that I know I can do it, but it does get tiring. It's like,
Yeah.
you just like, all right, bro, this is really getting old.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I can do it, but it's getting old.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I just feel like all of this stuff is so unnecessary. It's just so unnecessary.
I agree. Especially from the wealthiest country in the world.
Yeah, we have AI creating art so that we can slave away at factories and fucking day jobs instead of the other way. Instead of the robots doing the grunt work and us doing the art, they have it the other way.
Yeah, and I don't know what. And even I look at some artists who are using AI and championing it, and well, if you're an artist, and I'm like, do you like creating art or not? Because everything you're trying to sell me onto with this AI is that it does it for you. Has it ever occurred to you that I actually enjoy drawing?
Yeah.
I actually enjoy making comics and writing. That's my happy space. You know what I mean? It's like me buying my favorite pair of sneakers and watch somebody else wear it. Here, you wear them. I bought them, but you wear them. Doesn't make any sense.
I agree.
You agree?
Unless you're a CEO, it makes total sense because their angle is, how can I get this work out of this artist without paying them, without worrying about overtime, about their emotional state of mind? That makes sense.
Listen, but there isn't an algorithm out there, not DeepSeek, not ChatGPT, that could create American Grit by Keithan Jones.
Where can they find it, Keithan?
Go to kid-comics.com.
It's going to be, once I get it done, it'll be posted on kid-comics.com along with my Power Nights comic. I don't know. It may, well, I don't know if it'll be available this week because it's going to debut at Black Comics Day first. And like I said, it's yet to get to the printer. It's completed, but I'm still putting the final touches on the writing before I send it off. But yeah, everything that I do will be available on kid-comics.com. And I hope they have a good weekend. I hope you guys have a good weekend and don't let this, see if you can find your happy space and just get through this malaise of bullshit.
Absolutely, we'll persist.
Ethan, I mean, I know myself. I've been through very rough times. I've been rich and I've been poor, and I've been all over the place. So I have. I think that we have a special ability to persevere, and part of that is this podcast, platforming people, talking about issues, getting snippets out there. I plan to have a lot of organizations and people from Orgzone over the next several months or the next couple of years. Both on this, I'm also doing fireside chats again. So part of that is you creating art and books like this that are dealing with situations now that people can read, commiserate with, take a look at. Maybe somebody can look at it and be like, oh shit, this is what I would be doing if this was 1940s. I'm complicit in a way in all this shit because history does repeat itself. We got to fight the good fight however we can. And while also taking time to protect ourselves, and fucking.
Plus, I know I can sleep well at night, bro. I know that I sleep well knowing that I didn't vote for the dude.
Yeah. There you go.
I didn't.
It's not my fault.
I did what I do my best to uphold my values. I'm not a perfect person. I do things that annoy people sometimes in my life as well, just like anybody does. But I think in general, my whole thing is like, you do you. As long as you let me do me, I'm not gonna berate you about it. Like, I don't know what you're doing when you're not in front of me. So why would I focus on that? It's like,
even touch.
But I plan to. I've been planning to get to your shop, bro, and it's just been kind of crazy for me.
You're gonna get tatted.
Oh no, I'm one and done with it.
Yeah. Or you can come. I want you to. Yeah, let's fucking just after you get done with this, hit me up, man. We'll set up a time to eat. We'll go grab a drink and fucking check out the space.
I might clean it up though, because I'm not. When I got it, I was in a bad space, right?
Yeah.
And I think all All Eyes on Me had just come out from Tupac at the time.
Okay.
And so and I didn't have a job. I was just in a bad space because if you knew me back then, I'm the guy that said, "I'll never get a tattoo." Not me, no way. And there I was sitting in the chair getting a tattoo. I had gotten so depressed and angry about my life at that moment. But the problem was I should have drew it myself. I should have drew the thing myself, and I let the guy. I just, how they had you guys had the selections on the wall.
Oh, you just have like a flash.
Hey, can you mix this panther, but make him a lion, and then put this crown on there? And he did it, but it didn't come out the way I saw it in my head. And
well, I got a lot of good artists, and I also have some hungry apprentice. One of them's really good with anime and line work. The other one's also good with traditional stuff. So, actually, they're going to be looking for skin donations. So, anybody out there that's a fan want to come get some free tattoos in San Diego? Yeah, come on in. Come on in. I need to put the youngins to work, so to speak. But Keithan, thanks for joining us.
Do you tell your customers that they're inexperienced or they're young?
Yeah, you shouldn't ever say that. No.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. We have to. No.
Yeah,
because they're apprentices. They're apprentices, and they need to.
Bro, I don't even like. I get nervous when I go to the barber shop and the guy that's got no one sitting in his chair, and I'm the guy that will give them a chance. But I'm like, oh.
But do you know, Keithan, that you can get a free barber? You can get a free haircut at the barber college for like $5. You can go to the barber college, and there's people that are practicing, right? So, but this is the same concept. You would be surprised how many people are open to donating skin. I just say skin donations. They're like, yeah, free tattoo. Yeah, I'll get a free tattoo. And basically, they're being supervised while they do it. But I had a kid the other day, and he did his first tattoo, and the guy tipped him $100 at the end of it too. So. They came out pretty good. So I got a couple of good young artists, not young artists. One of them's young, one of them's old, but a couple of newer artists that are tattooing.
I would be so scared. Even though I draw, I never saw myself. Like I admire these tattoo guys because I'm like, I can't do it, man. Like I can't erase a line that I'm not happy with.
It's nerve-wracking, dude. When you got to get in there. I mean, honestly, dude, I'm only 6 months in, but like I'm a little pretty confident that I'm not gonna be like all over the place, but I'm just like
so you're tattooing too?
Yeah, man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm a tattooer and piercer now.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
He's taking skin donations. He's one of the apprentices.
I'm tattooing now, but I'm still technically like an apprentice because I'm still learning as I go. But I'm, so I do like simple stuff for now. But I mean, I do some pretty decent work, so it just depends. I'm getting better. I've got to practice. So it'll be 2 years. It'll be 2 years till I'm decent.
So you're not gonna have like a reality show, the tattoo reality shows. Those are popping up.
Yeah.
What's up, Alejandra? Thanks for joining us.
Remember the Kat Von D one? That one was good. Hey, Alexander.
We're good. We're surviving. We're in survival mode.
Oh man, yeah, it was dark earlier.
No, but I was thinking about doing something called SoCal's Next Tattoo Apprentice, like a fake reality show. But I am gonna be creating some content at the shop. I'm doing a lot of stuff with the people in the shop, so I'm getting back into it. But
bro, if people like Kai Cenat can just get on there and be a goofy kid and be the biggest thing going, like I sometimes I sit here and I'm like, I should be rich. I should really be rich.
That's why I did the. I'm trying to do more daytime content too, like the Coffee with the Chief stuff and things like that, because it's just a matter of both of us having full-time jobs. If we could just stream, if we had just
that would be so good. We could just have it on
universal basic income, and we could just log on for 4 hours a day. That would be our job, and we're like, let's stream for 4 hours and get paid for it. But
instead, we gotta work. Alas,
instead we have day jobs or night jobs in my case.
Yeah.
Alejandra, things are crazy. We've been talking about it. We've been having Mr. Keithan Jones on from Black Comic Day here in San Diego. Keithan, thanks for joining us, man.
He's gonna be on Mount Rushmore.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
They introduced it. They're saying
it's just impossible to leave off. This is one of the million
things that I have. Look at all the tabs that I have. I'm gonna erase all of them right now. But yeah,
well, you like the new name of the Gulf of Mexico?
Yeah, Gulf of America. Yeah, they wanted to deport Selena Gomez.
Is that like official?
Yeah, he signed the proclamation.
But is that official only like in the United States? As in like if we
official, like they have to change all the maps and everything now?
I mean,
type
I
of
don't think. I mean that. I
Or
think
only
so.
on Google Maps in the United States.
I think
I
it's
need to know.
Google Maps, basically. I don't know if they're gonna change the maps. You know, maybe they'll do like he did. Maybe they'll just write it in with a Sharpie.
understand
Write it in
how
with a
much-
Sharpie.
Do you understand how much printed material is out there
With
that
the map.
all of these companies have paid for with that says the Gulf of Mexico on it? All this merchandise that says Gulf, all of that stuff.
Yeah. He doesn't care.
Is that like when LeBron changes teams and they have to get rid of all the excess
Pretty
jerseys?
much. And you saw what he did.
Yeah, he did. Keeps changing it.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, on that note.
All right. Well, Keith, like I said, thanks for joining us today, man.
Thank you so
We're
much.
well, you have a great show this weekend. We'll talk soon, and we'll get together, come by the shop, all that good shit.
Thanks for having me. I should be on NPR tomorrow and KPBS. That was the last interview I did today. So
okay, and I'll take out the clips about comics and send it out to you as well.
Huh?
I'll clip the parts where you're talking about it so I can post them over the next show.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Nathan.
Take it easy.
Appreciate
You guys
Later.
be good. Peace.
ya. See ya.
All right.
Oh, lovely, lovely. I can't believe it's a free event at Balboa. Come on, everybody needs to show up. Are you going? I want to go either. I kind of want to go to his panel on Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday, it might work for me for Balboa Park. Saturday I have to work, but Sunday I can pretty much take the day off if I need to. So I haven't been able to for various reasons the last couple of years, but yeah, I mean I always try to promote it and stuff like that. Right.
Absolutely, it's a great event, and it's free.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. This is the part of the show where I'm going to move all the stuff to the episode 86 tab.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to be able to get through any of this.
We're already at 1:30. It's
Yeah, that's
almost
right.
10
And we still got
p.m.
another,
and we got
so-
through what, like two topics?
Yeah, we just basically the topic that we were like, let's not spend a lot of time on this is the one that we spent a lot of time on.
The
All
whole
right,
time,
but
yeah.
so let me get
I'm
through
brand
this.
for us. So.
Okay. There was a guy who did 26 years behind bars, and then he got out and he robbed another bank. It's a little palate cleanser for you.
People can change.
So another thing, one of the most popular poker players has like the most horrible takes on
Magnus?
everything. No,
Guitar?
Daniel Negreanu. Daniel Negreanu is really he had a horrible take where he's like, I'd like to be the first one to, after the Gaza Strip stuff happened, he was like, I want to be the first one to invite you to the Gaza Millions poker tournament in 2036 in the beautiful fucking Trump Resort in the Gaza Strip. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh my God.
I was like, my God, what a fucking piece of shit to be
Jesus.
able to, get through this. All right. So
Yeah.
the only two the only two stories that we have Blake Lively and we have Amelia Perez.
Ah, no. There's those. Both of them are so meaty. Maybe.
I think
Amelia would be shorter.
the Blake Lively, because I think it's award season, so I think the Amelia Perez stuff is a little bit more relevant.
Yeah, we could probably.
Yeah,
that
and then
one for a
maybe
little
like we
bit.
can get like Liz or somebody to come on with the Blake Lively stuff to have a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like
background.
so are you familiar with like the chain of events that happened with her and the actress over the last like 2 weeks?
I know that I woke up one day and suddenly everyone was going crazy about the tweets that came out about ¿cómo se llama? Carla Sofia Gascon or something like that.
Yeah.
And they were insanely racist, transphobic, just all the things.
All the things.
And
people have been canceled for less.
Yeah, people have been canceled for much less. And my thing is, I hated her
to begin with.
To begin with. So I was just like, haha. You know when you know someone's a bad person?
Trans though, right?
Huh?
Not because she was trans.
No, and that's the reason why I kind of was like, just shut up, because
felt like
it's
you
really
couldn't?
bad. I felt like I couldn't, because I'm like, anything she says is going to be used against you because like she's trans, you're going to look really bad. But my thing is, she's just a shit person in the sense that like when the Emilia Perez thing was happening, her reaction for me, the people that like their reactions to the backlash from Mexicans they were either very sweet, as in like we hear you, and then you kind of ignore them and move on. Like Zoe didn't put much attention to it. Selena played victim, all of that. But
Try to report her.
yeah, but you know what they didn't do? They didn't gaslight and talk shit to Mexicans like Carla Sofia Gascon did. She was so like the way that her Spanish entitlement, like it was just I despised her after that. I was like, this woman is trash and I fucking hate her. Anyway, that was just me. That was just me in my internal monologue in the way that I judge people, right? I was just like, I don't like her. She's mean. She's mean. She's rude. She hates Mexicans. And the way that she reacted to the backlash was just offensive, honestly. So anyway, punto y aparte, that ended. I kept that in my heart and my head. And then later, all the flurry of hatred and hateful commentary that she tweeted in the past came out. And yeah, that's kind of what I learned. What did I miss?
La vacuna china. Something about la vacuna china, parte del chip obligatorio, viene con dos rodillas, primavera, un gato que mueve la mano, dos flores de plástico. So she was racist against Chinese people and the Chinese virus.
Muslims.
Muslims talking about how the Moors invaded Spain again, where we're going to realize that the Moors are back, or something like that, right? Es una rata chica que se abre, like talking about fucking, I don't know, just a lot of racist shit against Muslims, against brown people.
George Floyd.
Then like the infection for humanity, there's only to be cured. El Islam se está convirtiendo en un foco de infección. Islam. Yeah.
And then like my biggest thing was like I gave her a shot, right? So I was actually watching Polly Latino Slant during this whole thing because he went live and was covering her apology. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give her a chance, of course. So I'm listening to her apology. And it's a non-apology. It's just like, mira, it's just bad. We could go point by this could have been a whole stream on its own, just us reacting to this.
Mm-hmm. I had it, but then we talked for about Trump for an hour.
The way we could never do that because we would just like talk. Like it would have to be 2 hours of this would be it. Just
this would be it. Since it's 55 minutes, we would pause and talk a bunch of times.
Pause and talk. It would be 2 hours. Yeah, easy.
I can say this. We can say I'm bookmarking this, but yeah, I did have.
But that is a pet peeve of mine. I hate when people just like it's a non-apology. I'm like, okay, you're kind of gaslighting people, and it had the same flavor of how she reacted to Mexicans reacting to Emilia Perez in the backlash. I'm like, it's just
let me play a tiny little bit. Wait, hold on. Oh, sorry, I don't pay for YouTube. Sorry.
No, good for you. We don't need to give any more money to.
I don't pay for YouTube. Sorry.
As you should.
As
you should not.
Tiene sentido, no tiene ningún tipo de ser, también lo reconozco y vuelvo a repetir. Entiendo perfectamente lo que significa todas esas cosas. ¿Me explico? Y obviamente si hubiera, las personas que estaban ahí seguramente se merecerían esos premios por todo su trabajo y no por...
So anyway, she's bubbling about something or other there. I thought it looked interesting because he was there. So anyway, all the tweets come out, right? She does the apology tour. Netflix announces that they're no longer supporting her so she went from like maybe winning an Oscar to like Netflix disowning her and like actively like the whole cast basically disowned her.
I mean,
and everybody was just like, oh yeah, like that's not the person I met and this and that. And Netflix was like, oh yeah, no more Oscar campaign for you.
Yeah. It's a PR nightmare. And I think it would have almost I don't think that she could have salvaged it really just because of how nasty the comments were. Maybe their best bet would have been to say that like they were all fake. But I do think that at the very least, some acknowledgement and like a heartfelt apology would have maybe done a little more. I don't think she would have been considered for an Oscar any longer. But maybe at least for her image a bit. But in that 1 hour clip, I mean, she doubled down. She kind of like says like sorry, but it's just a bunch of sorry, but sort of being very defensive. So it's like, all right, maybe even being silent would have been better. I don't know.
Yeah, I think she made it worse.
She made it worse. She stepped in it, and
There's no way she's gonna win an Oscar now.
Absolutely not. No, and I mean, thank God, because freaking also, who also is stepping on it? The fucking director. I hate him. I detest him and her. I think that the project, whatever. I'm not even gonna get into it. I feel bad for Zoe and Selena because they're just like they signed a contract and they have to do publicity.
They have to do press and they had to pretend
they have to do press and they're like
winning awards for it.
And it's like, it's just such a weird situation where they're like obviously bought award season and they have to continue to do press for this like thing that is so tainted at this point by multiple parties. Very awkward, but all right.
Yeah, I don't understand it myself, but yeah. And also, Drake got murdered at halftime again of the Super Bowl, and there was a plane crash that was based on DEI. So we even us talking for an hour there's shit that we didn't talk about.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh
all right.
God.
So why don't we just leave everything for later and let's do a couple of no-namas ways.
Let's do that. Let's do it.
Let's do that. And here, this is a little panic cleanser here. This is a pensioner who adopted an actual fucking, I think that's a bobcat or.
Oh my God, I want a bobcat. I can't. I don't
really
is
think
supposed to be sound.
I don't really think because I thought that cat how cats want to kill you.
Yeah.
This cat could kill you.
Yeah, but you're supposed to cuddle. That's my dog.
This is what you do when you're a pensioner in Siberia and you're like.
Fucking hope I get to the pension part. At this rate, Trump is about to take my pension away.
Oh man, but they're uncovering corruption.
Come here.
You won't believe. Oh, look at your little pensioner.
Oh, look at the bobcat.
Mine have been knocked the fuck out back there most of the night.
Yeah. My big one has. She's over there. Oh, she's getting jealous. Yeah. Go to bed. Look at that bobcat. Anyway, cutie.
Anyway, that was a woman in Siberia. No, it's an adult lynx. It's a lynx.
Oh, it's a lynx.
So maybe that's not a cat that can kill you because those are the ones. Those are farmed for their fur. Yeah. So maybe she is happy to be there.
Oh.
All right, let's do a couple of no-namis.
No-namis, let's do it. Yeah, you defend the household. You ready to give advice, Cora? Let's do it.
Anonymous advice from unqualified. What's our anonymous things?
Oh, you were looking for. I thought you were
now
setting
it's
it
time
up.
for
No names way.
No names way. No names.
I love putting you on green screen, on big screen, and I love cutting you off with videos.
It always happens.
It's my
I'm
favorite.
deep in the middle of a thought, and you're like,
my favorite thing to do is cut you off with like a video clip.
I hate it.
Or put you on big screen when you get uncomfortable. All right. Let's see. Give me 1 second here. Which one do I want to do first? All right.
I just realized we should totally do like a montage of all the times that happens.
Just a cut of.
Just every time you cut me off or put me on big screen.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, my
yes.
It's my playlist says my friend is mad at me for refusing to share my what is it?
My playlist?
My playlist for her wedding.
Oh. Silence. What happened? Dead air. What occurred here? She's mad because of the playlist. I didn't understand.
Hold on a second. I'm sorry, my computer is not computing.
There's the wedding and the playlist and the wedding and the playlist and something
Sorry, my
about the wedding.
about the playlist.
About the wedding and the playlist, darling.
Hold on, I gotta restart this. Cool.
Oh no! Well, I'm sure I'll be on the side of the bridesmaid. Let me tell you.
All right, sorry, there it is. A few months ago, a friend at my wedding remarked on how much she liked the playlist that I had curated for the party. We didn't have a lot of money, so getting a DJ or a band wasn't feasible. So it took me a long time, months, to craft the playlist based on very specific things, guest lists and stuff, and things that was important to me and my fiance. So after the wedding and the honeymoon, my friend asked me if I could borrow her playlist for her wedding.
Oh, very nice.
I thought about it, but said no because of what I just mentioned. And she's been mad, saying I'm jealous, and I'm not jealous. I'm jelly. I'm jelly. And a bad friend for being a petty for not letting her use it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, I mean, I wouldn't say you're definitely being selfish.
Make your own damn playlist, right?
No, I know. I understand. It's the whole thing of like being the older child and maybe not wanting to lend your younger sibling something. It's an innate feeling that I understand. Make your own. You put in the hard work. It's your playlist. Why should I have to share? But yeah, you're also, I mean, it would be a nice favor. So yeah, it makes you look selfish and a little rude. I understand where it's coming from. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying like you're kind of a less good person than someone who would share, if that makes sense, I feel like if in a different timeline where you would have happily shared and you would have not felt any of those negative Nancy feelings, I feel like that person is a morally better person than you. And I understand because I would feel those feelings. I also am a little selfish. So admittedly, I would also be kind of like, make your own. What the hell, man? Like I get it.
You're a clam?
Huh?
You're a little shellfish? What are you saying?
A little shellfish. I'm a little clam. No, like I understand those feelings.
Oh,
but I feel like ultimately, what? What
I thought you were coming out as a clam.
As a clam.
I am a clam. I'm a little shellfish.
I'm a little shellfish. No, like I understand, but that was hilarious. Not your best, but no, I understand the feelings. I'm just saying that it's selfish. Like you have to admit it, like I don't know. Listen, I feel like if it was
feel good about the fact that you created an awesome playlist that somebody wants to borrow.
That somebody wants to, yeah, it's a compliment. And like, what's it to you in this? Like your wedding is over. It's not like it's a competing wedding. It's not like like, I don't know. I just don't know what you lose out of it. There's nothing to gain. So it would be a selfless act, which makes you selfish by withholding. It's one of those things of like,
yes, you are being selfish.
You are being selfish. You are being selfish. You are in the wrong. But the thing is like, I want to validate their feelings because I understand it. But yeah, ultimately, is that a mean thing? Yeah, it's mean. And mind you, I don't know how close you are to this person. I feel like if it was a sibling, if it was my brother asking me or my sister, and I had a bomb playlist for my wedding and their wedding was coming up, I'd be like, fuck yeah, take it. If it was a random acquaintance that I maybe don't trust, maybe I'd feel a little different. But I'm like at my core, I'd be like, yeah, take it. Like it's just I'm helping people out. I don't know. I just feel like that's selfish. That's not nice. It's a fucking playlist. It's not like, it's not a copywritten piece of,
you can just remember.
You could just be like, shout me out, give me free something, like, I don't know, make it.
This is okay. This is the move here. You tell them yes, but
I must be
invited to your wedding and I get to sit wherever I want. And this is considered my gift. I'm bringing you a fucking gift. There you go.
There you go. See? Yeah.
Problem
But no, but the thing is, I don't think they want to do that. They feel ownership about this darn playlist, I tell you.
Yeah, no, it's a whole fucking thing.
Copyright it. Don't share it with anyone.
Copyright it. Don't share it. Don't
Sue everyone that uses it.
All right.
Yeah. Next Anonymous.
Next Anonymous. All right. A couple of years ago, my best friend died in a car crash. He was married with a young daughter that was a couple of months old at the time. He and his wife were not all well off financially. And I was single at the time with a good paying job, so I helped his wife out with their daughter and stuff. After the accident, his wife focused on the daughter and career and didn't see anyone, and life went on. I got a better job, blah, blah, blah. Relationship ended really badly recently. I've been down ever since. Since last Christmas, I really wanted to do something nice for a change out of my depressed mood, so I went to and got a bunch of gifts for my late friend's daughter, who is now 3, and a chocolate gift basket with a nice whiskey for his wife. We caught up and stuff, and she was still single and not seeing anyone, and since neither of us was doing anything on New Year's Eve, going out to this local party that was going on, we went. A couple of things happened. We both had a little too much to drink.
Of course.
We ended up sleeping together. We both agreed that it'd be a one and done and nobody's going to know about it. But ever since then, I feel guilty because I feel like I betrayed my friend. Should I feel bad about considering a relationship with her?
No.
No.
No. Period. Congrats. That's very sweet.
Hey, what's your friend going to do? Crawl out of the ground?
Oh my God, Lou! Of all the things you could have said.
What are you going to do about it? You can't do shit. I'm sorry.
It's so insensitive.
Sucks to suck. Sucks to suck, guy. Drive better.
Oh my God.
All right, I'm sorry. Sorry. Let me write that down. Lou gets canceled. 147.
This could have been so sweet. What's he gonna do about it?
You gotta laugh sometimes. No. I mean, you shouldn't be bad. Your friend would obviously be okay with it.
Yes, and also it's been a good amount of time.
3 years.
Yeah, like it. By all intents and purposes, this is the correct timeline. You did the right steps. And you know what? Now everyone's going to be happy. I feel like if he passed away and then the next day you swooped in at the funeral.
No, 3 years.
Maybe some hard feelings could occur.
3 years is a long time.
Long time.
3 years is a long time.
Congrats. You guys like each other. And
yeah. No, I will say, if you did, in fact, have nefarious thoughts when you're like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy this bitch some whiskey. I'm going to bring a bunch of presents to
you. I knew you were thinking that as soon as you read whiskey. You were like, He
brought the whiskey. If you brought her chocolate and whiskey for a woman with a 3-year-old and a bunch of presents to her.
Is that something? Yeah.
I don't think you're innocent in that regard. So just be honest with yourself. You probably bought the whiskey and chocolate because you were like, damn, she's still looking good. I don't see any dudes on her Facebook pictures, I wonder if my friend would be mad. You were coming out of a breakup, single, horny. So listen, let's be honest here. Let's be honest here.
You knew what you were doing. And
don't feel guilty, but just be honest with yourself.
Yeah, it's okay to admit like you have the hots for her. And you got her the whiskey, and you can't really pretend like you're surprised. Like, and then we got a little tipsy, a little silly.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
We were so drunk.
Please. You've been wanting to
both
do that.
Tipsy. No, you got her drunk, and you took advantage of your blood friend's wife. What are you talking about?
That's 2 for 2.
Sorry. Oh.
Stop making this beautiful love story creepy. Congratulations.
Congratulations on the new flourishing relationship. Your friend sends his regards and approval from beyond the grave.
I hate this so much. Don't listen to him. This is beautiful.
Did I tell you I almost got beat up by a guy in a wheelchair on Sunday?
Oh my God. Yeah, he would have totally.
I told you this, right?
No, you did not.
I didn't tell you. Okay. So, personal news here at the end of the show before we wrap up is I'm not doing karaoke anymore at the Salty Frog. At the Salty Frog. I'm still going to be doing guest pop-ups once in a while, but I'm taking a little break anyway. So Sunday I went because they also have karaoke on Sundays, and I was after the Super Bowl and I had done a tattoo and I wanted to unwind, so I went and hung out with the other karaoke guy. And then there's this guy, brave veteran, who's in a wheelchair, used to be a Navy SEAL, or it continues to be a Navy SEAL, I think is how it goes. And he this is because you used to host karaoke, so this is kind of more of a etiquette question, right? So there's a stage, he can't get up on the stage because he's in a wheelchair. So he finishes his song, and depending on how the song ends, I either have enough time with music to run out there, grab the microphone, come back, play a song so there's no dead air, or I have to plan a song, end the song, blah, blah, run out to get the mic. Either way, it takes me 20, 30 seconds to do that, right? But this guy, after like 5 seconds, gets frustrated and always would put the microphone on the floor and just roll away. So he would just put the microphone on the stage, leave, I'd be like, where's he at? And then the microphone would be on the floor.
Oh my God.
Which I think is just bad etiquette.
Yeah. That's
hold on to it. Hold on to it. Give it to somebody and say, hey, could you give this to the DJ? Nobody's going to say no. Right? So I called him out on the microphone the last time I was there. And I was like, hey, people, just please don't put my fucking microphones on the ground. You know? Just bad etiquette. It's fucking dirty. And then he rolled up to me on Sunday and he was like, hey, burrito. And he was just like, just getting progressively angrier and angrier and angry at me. Cause I was like, just as long as it takes to just wait. How long am I supposed to wait for you to come out and get the fucking microphone? And I was just like, I was like 90 seconds, dude. Like I have to do a lot of things. Sometimes I'm like, I can't run out there right away. It's like 90 seconds. And he was like so fucking mad. God. So I was like, all right. So at that point, I realized I was like in a lose-lose situation because if I just continued to be Lou and just be like how I wanted to treat him normally, which like if anybody came up to me and like was like, hey, I would have been like, yeah, fuck you. Like, yes, yeah. Just hold the fucking mic. Don't throw it on the ground. It's just etiquette. Hold it as long as you need to. I'm not going to make you wait 7 minutes. It's going to be 30, 45 seconds. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But I was in a lose-lose because if I get into an argument and people see me screaming or getting mad or God forbid, in an argument or a fight with a person in a wheelchair, then I'm a fucking loser.
Yeah.
But what was more than likely going to happen is I was about to get my ass kicked by a Navy SEAL in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And that's also like a lose-lose situation for me because no matter what, if he's in a wheelchair, Navy SEAL trumps wheelchair.
Yeah, you don't want all that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure.
Probably has a gun under that.
I'm pretty sure like his top half, and that also, top half was stronger than just like my entire whole.
Yeah, he could take you with one pinky. Yeah.
So either way, it was either I was a bully for screaming at a guy in a wheelchair, or I was the dumbass that got my ass killed or fucking beat up by a fucking Navy SEAL in a wheelchair. Yeah. So at that point, I was just like, all right, just back away slowly. And I was like, you know what, right, dude, whatever. 30 seconds. How's 30 seconds? He was like, all right, 30 seconds. I was just like, all right.
You should have been like, how about give me a standing ovation?
I honestly, I had so many jokes like lined up right there. Like, where the fuck you gotta go? Just put it on your lap and wait. Like, I was really like in that moment, like, but I didn't say that.
Yeah,
I didn't say that.
Good job.
Good job.
I'll give you a hand for that.
Thank you.
Wait, that only makes sense if you watch Scary Movie too.
Anyway.
Damn.
Yeah, it was interesting. It's been a fucking weird couple of fucking weeks, you know.
Yeah, but you know what? I think it's good that you're not going to do karaoke for now. It was a good run. It's a weird gig. Weird job.
The only thing I wish was that they would have let us know ahead of time so we could have done like a little like, hey, last night with the chief or something. That,
a little something.
We could have had a nice big night or whatever as a like going away, you know? And then whatever. But instead it's like, oh, last week was the last week. I was like, all right, fuck it, whatever. I'm like, you know, my regulars and stuff like that come, you know, because they like the kind of karaoke host. They're like, hey, you know, just let us know where you're gonna go.
Imagine that's what did it. The guy, the Marine and the Navy SEAL and the.
Oh no, I think it was the second beforehand.
No, he did it all. He did it all.
The karaoke guy was like, hey, I hear you're not here no more, and I thought he meant like because I had been sick, and I was like, no.
He made a call.
And then I was like, all right, but anyway. Guys, take time to take care of yourself. Self-care is important. Go out,
Mm-hmm.
touch grass, make time. Don't get too hectic. Remember, it's not that serious. We're all here for a brief instant, so just be nice to each other and, enjoy the things that you do like we enjoy, bullshitting and letting off some steam and talking trash.
As always.
There's tattoo therapy and there's also podcast therapy.
There you go.
Yeah, Those,
We offer both.
We offer both. So,
Yeah.
thank you guys for watching. We're back. We'll be back hopefully on a semi-regular basis, as always.
We'll figure it out. Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
All right.
All right, guys. Take it easy. Love.
Hasta luego.
Vamos, papá, hay que irnos. Me estoy aguantando desde que pusieron el domo.
Puedes esperar. Muchas personas trabajaron en esta película y solo quieren que te aprendas sus nombres de memoria.
Y yo quiero asegurarme de que ningún animal resultó lesionado durante la filmación de esta película. ¡Piu!
¡Listo! ¡Uy, palomitas en el suelo!